In this episode of The Lineup, we are going to take 5 French watch brands that you've probably never heard of, but should be on your radar.
Hi, I'm Zach, editor for Time+Tide.
And I'm Marcus.
Well, for a long time now, Marcus and I have been working together to create all kinds of watch content.
Zach lives in New York, and he writes loads of our reviews.
And Marcus lives in Amsterdam and shoots the watches.
Recognize these?
So, in the interest of discovery, Marcus and I found ourselves on the Franceplot website, which showcases exclusively French watch brands.
I don't think I've ever done a lineup with just French watch brands on the table.
So we hit them up and requested 5 watches that had something unique about them.
And we wanted them to range from affordable to stretch target territory.
So, sit back, put your put your discovery hat on, and let's dig into some interesting French timepieces. So first up, we have the Akrone C04 Gold Eye. Now, the name Akrone poetically refers to the god of time Kronos, but it's also a nod to the brand's founders and their 2 surnames beginning with the letter K. An enthusiast-driven team, Jean-Francois Kerbel and Erwin Kerner, sought to keep the French watchmaking tradition alive and have built a brand that even supplies elite French forces with watches. But the C-04 that stood out to us is a handsome, smart, casual design. The 50-meter water-resistant stainless steel watches, 38.5mm in diameter and 11mm thick, caught our eye with their striking colored dials.
Now, there are 12 configurations that you can choose from, but our favorite was definitely the Golden Eye, with a black lacquer central medallion, and it's framed by a brushed golden salmon outer perimeter. The domed crystal offers that vintage vibe, and its Milanese bracelet allows it to be infinitely sizable. This felt really comfy on the wrist.
Oh, and with an automatic Miyota movement, the watch is just €429. Next up, the French brand Awake is clearly woke. Driven by a consciousness of the planet and sustainability, Awake prioritizes cleaner and more sustainable materials in their watches. The result is often some very compelling watches. The Mission to the Earth Time Traveler's Purple has a purple case comprised of 70% recycled titanium. So this case is much more robust than another Mission to the Earth watch you might be thinking of. Moonswatch.
What was that you said? Anyway, the 100-meter water-resistant watch, 40mm in diameter and 11.8mm thick, tips its hat to nature with a super cool meteorite dial. And with a modified automatic Miyota movement, they've been able to keep that retail price down to just €1,325, which is awesome considering the dial has traveled across the universe to eventually land on your wrist. Moving up a step in price, the Apose brand has a very impressive claim to fame, that the watches they produce are 100% made and assembled within France. And I gotta tell you, they do made in France complete justice. This cushion case geometry of the Or Rose and Champagne may feel familiar, but its gold-plated 100-meter water-resistant stainless steel case is finished so satisfyingly well with its brushed and polished surfaces that you quickly realize that this is a cut above its competition.
But what really blew us away about this watch, other than its 100% made in France claim, is its exclusive French automatic caliber with 65 hours of power reserve and a Rolex rivaling regulation of just plus or minus 2 seconds per day. Also, this configuration is just under €3,000. Okay, of all these picks, this is the big boy. So, Ralf Tech was founded in 1996 by professional diver Frank Huey. And in 2008, 5 years after entering the realm of watchmaking, they decided to focus strictly on watches. Clearly, the brand understands the nature and needs of diving. This watch, named the Beast, is unsurprisingly larger at 47.7 millimeters in diameter. But its faceted and stealthy PVD-coated steel case is 3,000 meters water resistant, and they take depth ratings very seriously. Ralf Tech does not label their watches with theoretical depth values like most brands do. Rather, they indicate real depth values. Ralf Tech explains that with their watches, the ISO 6425 diving watches standard is not only respected but exceeded through exhaustive specifications and an exclusive control process.
And to prove this, they achieved a world record for autonomous diving in 2005, with an immersion of 10 hours at 330 meters. And then, they tipped the scale at 4,000 meters with the latest model of the Beast collection in 2022. This French watch brand is no joke. Ralf Tech equips elite and special forces military personnel all over the world. This Beast is 100% French manufactured, and its French automatic manufacture caliber offers 77 hours of power reserve. So if your wrist can tame this beast, it's going to set you back 7,000 euros.
Un petit bout d'avenir sous ma peau belle et tranquille, il écoute paisiblement.
Now, here's where we're going to jump into a much higher price territory. So high, the price is available upon request. And that's because the XRBuy brand is very bespoke and only does things with limited production, if not bespoke commission. XRBuy really stood out to us because it specializes in a variety of highly artistic watchmaking trades, such as micropainting, grand faux enameling, and multi-material marquetry. This is your destination should you wish to not only commission or purchase a rare watch, but also a piece of art.
This particular configuration is limited to just 7 pieces, and it's encased in a 41mm by 11.6mm sapphire case with a Swiss Schwarz Etienne micro rotocaliber that offers 86 hours of power reserve.
Its dial, arguably the star of the show, was developed with French marquetry artisan Rose Senou. The dial art portrays a quetzal bird, the result of diverse materials such as wood, rye straw, animal parchment, lamb leather, mother of pearl, and beetle elytra in order to get these inimitable shades. It consists of a total of 214 elements and 16 materials, fabricated by her highly trained hands. Again, pricing is available upon request.
Well, Zach, if you had to pick just one of these watches in this lineup, what's it going to be?
Well, I think the one I would be most likely to purchase within this French lineup is the Apose or Rose and Champagne. And it's quite simply just because I find that the 100% made in France caliber with 65 hours of power reserve is regulated within plus or minus 2 seconds per day. So that's very rare, and that's like a Rolex level of regulation. And it's a good looking watch. But Marcus, which one would you pick?
I would be picking the Ralf Tech. I think because of my love of dive watches, and I haven't got anything close to that in my collection size-wise, I think that this interests me. The way that the sapphire magnifies that dial feels like underwater would be an incredibly useful tool. But nonetheless, it would be amazing on my wrist. I'm sure I would get a lot of questions, and it would be just a great story to tell.
All right, Marcus, not bad, not bad. Good choice. But look, now it's your turn. We want to know which of these 5 French brands tipped the scale for you. Let us know in the comments because we're curious to see your thoughts.
Hey, if you've enjoyed this new format of the lineup on the Time+Tide channel and you've not yet subscribed, well, why not? It's free.
Thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe. Is the button here, there? No, I don't know. Just be sure to subscribe, and it failed so miserably. Oh, please don't make a blooper reel at the end of this video that everybody can see me messing up like this.